The Whitworth Hall, with seating for over 1,000, is used for large gatherings and university ceremonials, such as the conferment of degrees. The degree ceremony opens with a procession led by 2 students carrying wands with lictors' badges. These badges were presented to the university in 1926 by Thomas Brown and Sons. The serpent is the crest of the Duke of Devonshire, the first president of Owens College. The rising sun is pure symbolism for growing enlightenment, leading to the Latin inscription Arduus ad solem, striving to the sun. An alternative northern translation might be, you don't get out for nout. The Latin inscription on the other badge is Honestas optima politia. Honesty is the best policy. The group following the leaders consists of representatives from the Committee of Convocation, teaching and administrative staff of the university, and heads of halls of residence. Convocation is the body of university graduates and current academic staff. A second group, led by student stewards carrying wands, follows with representatives from Court, the supreme governing body of the university, and Senate, the academic body responsible for exams, teaching and research. Also in this group are the academics who will present the graduands for their awards. Next in the procession comes a student bearing the mace, which is made of solid silver. The main body of the head is decorated in applied gold, with the arms of the university. Of the former Victoria University, Owens College Manchester, University College Liverpool and Yorkshire College Leeds, and the City of Manchester. Busy bees, a feature of the crest of the Manchester City Arms, and the double rose, representing the Union of Lancaster and York, are also applied in gold. The serpent from the Duke of Devonshire's arms completes Mr. Leslie Durbin's design of the mace. The mace bearer leads the Vice-Chancellor, or one of the Pro-Vice-Chancellors, who is the presiding officer of the ceremony and who will present the degrees on behalf of the university. The procession is completed by the registrar, or his representative. All the students taking part in the procession are volunteers from the university student body. The ceremony closes with the Latin quotation Salva sit universitas, nostra Mancuniensis, hoc precantis consugamus, which translates to, Long live our University of Manchester. So saying, let us stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. We're sorry for keeping you waiting for a little while. Again, welcome to the university. Welcome to this ceremony. Today is a celebration of success, a celebration of brains and hard work, a celebration of the good fortune which has given our graduands the opportunity to be here today, a celebration for the support and the help they've enjoyed from their families and their friends, and a celebration for the university, that it continues to promote its reputation at home and around the world by producing graduates of whom it can be proud. Of our 22,500 undergraduate, postgraduate, full-time and part-time students, about 3,000 come from some 130 countries outside the UK. Every year, therefore, about 1,000 young people are returning to all corners of the world to tell of the delights of Manchester. We greatly value our students from overseas. They enrich our culture and our community. When we add to those 22,500 the 6,500 employees of the university, the academic staff, administrators, secretaries, technicians, and support staff, we therefore have a community here of about 30,000 people. But that is not the total size of it, because, and this is a surprise to many people, the University's Centre for the Development of Continuing Education attracts some 100,000 part-time students, additional to the rest, from all parts of this region. This university has a glorious history of achievement, particularly in research and invention, a list too long to relate. However, a major example is on our minds at the moment and will be celebrated next year in 1998, because it will then be just 50 years since the first real computer, that is, with a memory and a stored program, was invented here in our electrical engineering department by Professors Freddie Williams and Tom Kilburn and their colleagues. It's no exaggeration, I think, to say that that was an invention that changed the world. Our children now regard the computer with no more awe than the flicking of a light switch. That very first machine, named the Mark I, has been recently rebuilt, and if you see it, it's there to be seen, and it's working. It's a room full of valves and wires and great metal frames to hold all the bits and pieces. And during the last 50 years, that room full of complexity has been reduced to a small item of hand baggage that you can take on the train. But the temptation to dwell too much on the achievements of the past, even those of yesterday, must be resisted. We have to look ahead and create a vision for the future, and we have to decide what must be done to realize that vision. And we must have the confidence, the optimism, and the common will to strive for it. Like so many other things during this age of ours, universities are having to change rapidly to meet the challenges of new circumstances over which we have little or no control. We're now educating dramatically increased numbers of undergraduate students, about a third of our 18-year-old population, with continuously reducing financial resource and steadily reducing numbers of academic staff. The quality of our teaching and our research is subjected to the most rigorous external scrutiny on a regular basis, and the consequent judgments will determine our share of the financial cake. The intervention of external judgment of our teaching and research quality has made the operation and assessment of higher education in this country the most transparent in the world. To maintain our quality and our standards, we must be as efficient and as effective as the most successful industrial or commercial companies. This is the situation, and there is no benefit to be gained by complaining or whinging about it. We have to manage our way through it. That is a tremendous challenge in an institution as large and diverse as this one, but it's one which we recognize and acknowledge. Universities exist for very simple and clear reasons. We are here to teach and conduct research, and in doing so, to create an environment of learning and a culture which is of lasting benefit to our students. In a university, teaching and research are inseparable in its mission. That is a fact. It could not be otherwise. It doesn't mean that every brilliant teacher has to be a brilliant researcher, although this is often the case, or vice versa. What it does mean is that as a corporate body, our teaching and at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels must be fostered and enhanced by an environment in which research is a vital and enlivening activity. Every member of our professional academic community must be engaged to some degree in research and be party to it. And every researcher must be involved in teaching. Our mission, therefore, is to provide excellent teaching and conduct excellent research. Excellence is the focus. Excellence is a very positive and encouraging concept. Excellence is a morale-boosting word. The willingness, the determination to strive for excellence has strong implications. It implies that we believe we have the talent and the confidence to aim for excellence. It means that we can accept this counsel of perfection as something we can hope to approach. And this ambition is not mere piety, because the simple fact is that in order to maintain a position as a world-class university, we have no choice but to aim for these heights. There is another compelling reason why we should strive for excellence. We exist and we flourish because we educate students. Without them, there would be no university. And although some people might find the idea a little uncomfortable, the truth is that we constitute a major service industry and the students are our customers. But we are a service industry with tangible products. Our main products are highly educated young people who are capable of creating wealth for their respective national economies and the results of our research. Isn't it true, don't you think, that in recent times there has developed a rejuvenated, strong ambition for excellence in our national outlook? I'm sure you'll have noticed that the word quality has become an adjective. We are aware that our manufacturing companies must produce goods of a quality comparable with or better than any in the world if we are to prosper. Universities are no different. Research is, and always has been, an internationally competitive activity. As far as teaching is concerned, it won't be long before the worldwide computer network offers university-level teaching and learning modules from institutions both within the UK and from overseas. Modules which our students can access and compare with those they are receiving here in Manchester. That will amount to real competition, and it's already beginning to happen, the virtual worldwide university. The steps of success towards the achievement of excellence are not only matters of financial reward. They have an emotional, perhaps even a spiritual element. We are uplifted by each increment on the way, giving us a growing confidence and a determination to do even better. And the elation is stronger when the success is one's own. As our graduates here today know from their very recent experience, the pain of preparation is soon forgotten in the joy of success. To all of them, can I offer our warm congratulations. We wish them well for the future. We hope they will look back with pleasure on their time here and persuade their children and their grandchildren to come to Manchester for their degrees. And a last message to the graduates: please remember to sign up as a member of the Manchester alumni you belong. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Science, David Nigel Collins.
Congratulations.
And for the degree of Doctor of Engineering, Julian David Fordham.
Congratulations. Well done.
Wendy Nice.
Well done. All the best.
Susan Riley.
Well, congratulations.
Neil James Smith.
Well done. Congratulations. All the best.
And for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dia Eden Sadek Abu Hadra.
Well done.
Luis Enrique Aguado Bayon.
Many congratulations. Thank you very much.
Ahmed Hussein Saeed Al Sudain.
Well, congratulations.
Robert David Alcock.
Congratulations. Well done. All the best.
Elaine Ann Ball.
Congratulations.
Damien James Bannister.
Many congratulations.
Hamid Bayati.
Well,
David J. Britton.
congratulations.
David John Brockwell.
Congratulations.
Jonathan Mark Bull.
Hello.
Guan Gang Chen.
Congratulations.
Excuse me. Caligari. Ah. Yes. Ali Asghar Caligari.
Congratulations. Many congratulations.
Aldo Richard Chervy.
Many congratulations. All the best.
Chen Heath Chu.
Well done. Good luck.
Paul Barry Chilvers.
Congratulations.
Serena Jane Cooper. Philip John Cox. Dinesh Prasad Dialwas.
Well done. Congratulations.
James Patrick Doherty.
Well done. Congratulations.
Y. Dong. Graham James Dykes. Derek Egan. John Edward Ellis.
Thank you. Good luck.
Philip W.M. Philbrandt. Kevin John Fogarty.
Well done. Congratulations.
Nancy Hakouz.
Congratulations.
Anthony John Holloway.
Congratulations.
Mark Ashley Jones.
Congratulations.
Steve Hayden Lane.
Fine. Congratulations.
John Duncan Bradburn Law Green.
Congratulations. All the best.
Hong Lee.
Everybody. Congratulations.
John William Lomas.
Well done. Congratulations to you.
Xiaomin Mai.
Many congratulations.
Thank you.
Anna Katrina Marsden.
Well done.
Thank you.
Leslie Sarah McMurray.
Congratulations. All the best.
Mark Murray.
Congratulations. Well done.
Abasali Nazar Boland.
Hello. Well done. Congratulations.
Maria Nedeva.
Well done.
Stuart John Newell.
Well done. Congratulations to you.
Prince Obiora Ngobo.
Good morning. Well done. Congratulations. Best.
Nadine Louise Randolph.
Well done. All the best to you.
Sharon M. Rathbone. Christopher Mark
All the
Rhodes.
best. Congratulations. Well done.
Selma Sahin.
Congratulations.
Dirk Schwingel.
Many congratulations.
David Roberts.
Well done. Congratulations.
Julie Victoria Seal.
Good morning.
Iona Claire Stretton.
Hello.
Peter Ian Tattersall.
Congratulations to you.
Alexandra Jane Taylor.
Great. Congratulations.
Suleiman Tikeli.
Well done. Congratulations. All the best.
Andrew Ian Townsend.
Hello. Well done.
Jeremy Lewis Ward.
Congratulations. Well done.
Terry Amanda Williams.
Hello. Well done. Congratulations.
Claire Rosemary Wilson.
Well done. Congratulations.
John Brian Wright.
Congratulations. Well done.
Seema
All the best.
Yadav.
Well done. Congratulations.
Paula Diane Yule. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, Andrew Ronald Testa. William Benjamin Deek. Ji Xu. And for the degree of Master of Science, Penelope Jane Argust. Robin Charles Aston. Stephen Norman Bailey. Clive John Barbara. Matthew James Clark. Paul Anthony Cookson. Martin Peter Cooper. Brian Richard Edwards. Jonathan Douglas Everill. Adrian James Feldman. Ben Garside. Ian Gray. Michael Smith Guttridge. Yasmin Elmore Hack. Emmanuel Hack. Paul Hurst. Mohammed Adel Humayun. Danny Kosari.
Good luck.
Tony Kosari. Alexander Gordon Garfield Lee. Stephen Long. Fotini Luca.
Congratulations.
Thomas Mavroudakis.
Well done. All the best to you.
Simon James Monroe.
Congratulations.
Victor Namugwanga Mupasa.
Congratulations. Well done.
Ahmed Nadat.
Well done.
David Nigel Uston.
Well done. Congratulations.
Maria Neves Perez Trujillo.
Well, congratulations.
Andrew Pinson.
Congratulations.
Amanda Jane Porlock.
Well done. All the best.
Sharatsi Prazongsuk.
Congratulations. Good wishes to you.
Julie Ann Rafferty. Jen Joachim Rogman.
Congratulations. Well done.
Eripides Samoladas.
Congratulations. Well done.
Russell Mark Sinclair Smith. Amnat Suksri.
Good morning. Well done.
Richard Edward Taylor. Robert Edward Thomas.
Take a bow if you wish. Cheers.
Sylvia Twist.
Good morning. Well done. Congratulations.
Jonathan Peter Vetterline.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Caroline Warbrick.
Well done. Congratulations.
Andrew David Wilcock.
Morning. Congratulations.
Christina Wood.
Well done. All the best.
And Dai Song Yun.
Congratulations. All the best for the future.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manchester, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Marcelo Aspiras.
Morning. Congratulations.
Keith Thomas Atkinson. Stephen Graham Ball. Joanne Bradley.
Well done.
Maria Jacqueline Brown. Mark David Brown. Mark Richard Heighton Buddles. Rachel Ann Craven. Darrell Davis. Ian James Douglas. Amanda Jane Gladwin. Andreas Gortz.
Congratulations.
Michelle Elizabeth Green.
Many congratulations.
Boking Gove. Sonia Jane Harris. Brian Henry. Deborah Ann Hindley. Saleh Abdullah Islugi. Catherine Elizabeth King. Vivian Laird. Jacqueline Ann Mayer. Alison Jane Merry. Mohsen Mustafa. Ngozika Kanayo Abinwa. Janet Elizabeth Phillips. Anne Marie Robinson. Nicola MacDonald Sayers. Ian Christopher Scott. Michael John Sherratt. Christopher Ross Simpson. Anne Sutar. Tracy Speak. Gregor James Steele. Julie Wassell. Wen Wu Zai. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, Stephanie Enright. And for the degree of Master of Research, Elaine Brown.
Good one. You must be one of the first. Yeah.
Rebecca Carter. Ruth Virginia Holland. Carol Lenehan. Craig Alexander Lygate. David John Masters. Joanne Ellen Nash. Robert James Stovald. James Richard Usherwood. And Vivian Worrell. And for the degree of Master of Science, Robert Michael Andrews. Nadim Noman Bayati. Pollyann Bentham. Jeremy Martin Bird. Philip Brian Carter. Anna Imvamda Cole. Ruth Sarah Copeland. Nicola Jane Cross. Jonathan Dunlop. Karen Eilbeck. Andrew Gorn. John Dominic Julian Heald. Sally Ann Hindle. Roger Horton. Stephen George Jackson. Andrew Dominic Johnson. Vaya Karavadopoulou.
Well done.
Sam David Kimmins.
Well done. Congratulations.
Helen Claire Liptrot. Anne Marie Mallon.
Well done.
Julianne McKee. David Michael Moriarty. Isabel Ruth Moriera. Andrew David Morley. Christopher David Paling. Andrew John Plowright. Stuart Christopher Gawthorne Reeson. Fatih Sadek Mohammed. Julian Neville Selly. Guy St. Clair Slater. Joseph Richard Smith.
Good luck.
Lisa Claire Dawn Storer. Alison K. Threlfall. Priyanka Tiwara. And Valerie Wood.
Well done. Congratulations.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in History of Medicine, Richard Buckley. Kirsty Helene Elizabeth Challen. Penelope Victoria Ann Garrett. Bryony Gay Kendall. Samir Mistry. Brian Chi Hang Wong.
Salva sit Universitas Nostra Mancuniensis, hoc precantes consegamus.
So now you're leaving the university and going out into the world. All of us in the university wish you the very best of luck. We're sure that you'll do really well. When you graduate, as you've just done, you automatically join a body of graduates called Convocation. Through Convocation and through the programme of events organised by the Alumni Officer, you'll be able to keep in touch with us and, we hope, share with us news of your progress. From time to time, the university publishes Manchester Graduate, which will tell you what's happening within the university, what's new, what's going on, how we're changing, how we're keeping up with the times, and how some of your contemporaries are faring. Now more than ever, one of the most important parts of the university consists of its graduates, taking forward the name of the university along with their own achievements in every country of the world. Do keep in touch with your colleagues and your teachers, with your hall or with your department. We value that link, and we hope you will too. And now the world awaits you. We wish you every success and happiness in the years ahead.